Hey, this is Lahsiv, and today we're going to be reviewing The Purge Anarchy. But you already knew that.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the US government.
Now, sometimes I like to watch a film without knowing anything about it beforehand, and that's just what I did with this film. It just so happened that this film is a sequel, but don't worry. If you haven't seen the first film, you can watch this film completely spoiler-free, because I haven't seen the first film, and I still have no idea what that film is about. Now, without further ado, let's get to the review. This film is about a holiday called the Purge, in which most crimes are legal, although there are a few restrictions. High-end weapons are banned, and some government officials are immune to the holiday. What a weird holiday. Why does it exist?
Our regime was voted into office 9 years ago, and the first order of business was to deal with the epidemic of crime that was plaguing this nation. The answer was the purge.
Really? How does that make sense? Well, I suppose the reason does not actually matter. This film is just portraying a reality where the purge happens once a year. This film has 5 main characters. There is a poor waitress called Eva and her daughter Callie. There is a couple who are thinking about getting separated, Shane and Liz. And finally, the 5th character never has his name mentioned, but according to IMDb, his name is Leo, and most of his backstory was cut from post-production. The first 4 characters want to avoid the purge, but Leo's first few scenes tell us that he wants to use the purge for some personal justice. Now, as you'd expect, all 4 characters end up on the streets, and their paths cross. Now, they have to find a way to survive the night. This film is an action horror film, and I kind of have an issue with that genre. You see, on the one hand, for a horror film, I want the protagonists to be kind of vulnerable, and the antagonists to be powerful, so you get this helplessness feeling. And for an action film, I want the protagonist to be awesome, so you get this powerful feeling. Now, these two feelings are like opposites. So, when you sit down to watch a movie, you're not always sure what feeling you want to be in when you're watching an action horror film. But this issue mainly just comes from the character Leo. Without him, it would just be a horror film. It's all his fault.
I can hear you.
Hey, dude, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the film, and it stays with you after you watch it. You know, it gets you thinking. And that's exactly why I wanted to review this film. There is always a sense of danger in this film, and that's what keeps you hooked. It is an intriguing concept to begin with, which allows for many interesting scenes. This one in particular reminds me of Hostel. All in all, I enjoyed the film, and I'd recommend it, and now I feel like watching the first film.
There isn't much time left in this year's purge. Get out there and make yourself better citizens.
Anyway, that's all I have to say for this movie. If there are any films or games you want to see, leave them in the comments. Oh, also, what do you think's a good reason to purge? Leave your answers in the comments. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.